Hey guys, Near Mint Nerd here with my first ever spec video. Now, normally I don't go in for the speculation and, grabbing books because they're hot at the moment, but I've got 3 comics that I really think you should take a look at. I have a few copies myself, and I would recommend that you pick up these ones while you still have a chance. Because I have a little insider information. I'm going to give it to you, and, do with that as you will. Okay, guys, here's the first of the 3 specs. Swamp Thing number 20. Now, this was the Swamp Thing volume that was completely written by Brian K. Vaughan. Already, this entire series is undervalued. I mean, this is the guy who did Y the Last Man into books like Saga, Due Machina. I mean, this guy is a real talent, and if you look at his comics, all of them are like, sky high, especially Saga and, or is it Saga? Saga? I don't know. Especially that one, and of course, Y the Last Man. So, the fact that you can find most of this Swamp Thing run, which starred the daughter of Swamp Thing, it was all, I believe her name's Tefe, something like that. Just by its very nature that you can buy this in quarter bins is absurd. But now I'm gonna show you why this particular issue, which I believe is the last issue, is going to be flying off the shelves. I was reading in the new issue of Comic Scribe magazine, where Brian K. Vaughan was saying that when he was writing this issue, he came up with the seeds of another story, and he put a couple of Easter eggs into this comic that dealt with that other story. So what is that other story, you're wondering? Well, let me show you, because he also titled the comic after that other story. That's right, guys. The seeds of Saga were sown into this comic, and nobody even knew about it. He didn't say exactly what the Easter eggs were, but you can be sure that people are going to start reading this book and speculating and finding those things, and this book is going to fly off the shelves. So I would highly recommend you pick up a copy of Swamp Thing number 2 or 8, not issue number 8, 8 issues. And, get it on the ground floor before this book disappears. Okay, the next book is What the number 11. And you're like, how in the world can a What the comic suddenly have any value at all? Well, you see this character here called Wolverine on the cover. It says, in this issue, the pulse-pounding origin of Wolverine, sort of. Although she has 3 claws and she's a little older, if you read the story, you'll discover that the name of the character in this book is Laura Kinney. That's right, she has the same name as the X-23 version of this Wolverine. So, what does that mean? Did Joe Quesada just decide to borrow that name when he was doing NYX? Or are we going to find out that this truly is the same Laura Kinney? Or is it a Laura Kinney from another dimension or what? But she is Laura Kinney, so this could qualify as the very first appearance. And this comic came out in the 80s. So you're going to want to grab a few copies of this and hold on to them just in case. It's a spec, guys. It's not for sure. But why does she have that name, and why was that name used years later on a new character, a new female Wolverine character? So, do with that information what you will. Finally, the final spec today. It was announced recently that there was going to be a new character appearing, a new Marvel character appearing in the Avengers Infinity War movie. And I've just heard the name of who it's going to be, and it's actually very interesting. It's a character you've heard of a lot, and there's precedence for it because this character did appear in the Infinity War comics. If you get the 6-issue miniseries, he does appear on the cover of those comics. So it makes total sense. And that character is Sleepwalker. That's right. Sleepwalker is going to be making his Marvel movie debut in the new Avengers movie. This is his first appearance, Sleepwalker #1. First issue collector's item. This comic has long been found in the dollar bins everywhere. Not an expensive comic. I have noticed in the past 6 months, and you can look into this, this comic has been inching up in value. So somebody knew about this in advance, and you know, it was already starting to turn for this character. So now is the time to get this title. It is not going to be around for long. You could probably get 20 copies for $1, but that won't be the case for long. So make sure you don't hesitate and get these 3 books as soon as possible. All right, guys. Hope you liked these 3 specs. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to pass you back to the Near Mint Nerd on the other side to say goodbye. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best in getting these awesome spec books. Well, there it is. 3 big spec plays. I hope you have time. I hope just watching this video, you know, all the way through, people didn't already scoop you. You got to get these books fast because you are not going to be able to find them soon. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I've been the Near Mint Nerd on the I Got Issues Network, and we'll see you again next time.